go, baby.
Let's ride. Good morning, Fanatics Live. Woo-hoo! It's an extra. Good morning today. What time is it?
It's 7:15, baby.
7:15.
Do you know where your children are? We just got an Amber Alert.
Oh, God.
No, that's not
Damn
right.
it,
That's
Colin.
not right. I'm sorry.
That's
not right at all.
Are you really going to start a new era of Talkin Slab? Making light of an Amber Alert?
No. That's terrible.
Moving on.
I would never.
Moving on.
I'm fired up. It's Jets Victory Monday.
Victory Monday for the Birds. Victory Monday for the Jets. We got a special new early time. We're going to be rocking at 7:15 in the morning for the foreseeable future. It's Josh. It's Conlon. We're talking slab, man. Woo! You know, it's a big weekend of football, but as we like to do here, before we look over at the football, before we look at that, I love to look at what we did personally at Suncoast Sports over this weekend. We had a very interesting weekend. There was the best of times, and there were the worst of times.
Correct.
Where do you want to start?
Well, we always start in a highlight. I'll just say last night, obviously, you can't talk about this past week in Suncoast Sports without bringing up the name Sock Whistle.
No.
All right, because
no,
I said that about 5,000 times. I'm going to say it about 50,000 more, Josh, because I can't wait. He was rocking and rolling with us all week, hit some absolute monsters. So I'm going to start on a high note. Last night, I got a chance to catch Rothschild and Jason last night, ringing in the new week. You know, most people don't realize.
Ringing in the new week.
Sunday is start of the week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not a buyer on that.
No, but that's okay. But they did hit an Aaron Judge illustrations at a Topps Chrome Jumbo.
Here we go.
Out of the 2 jumbo boxes that had been sitting on that shelf for probably 2.5 weeks. There was a red Max Schumann auto to 5.
There you go.
And there was a Judge illustrations. So yes, very, very good. And then there was the trick play. There was the tush push. I don't even know what to call it. It was
Fumblerooski.
The Fumblerooski. It was like that play that Rutgers ran last year against Ohio State, where they had Monungai sneak it out underneath Wimset. Yes, everything will revert back to Rutgers.
If you know, you know.
Or Jets football. No, but there was just a brick in the HCA, and they said, "What's this?" Short print. We don't even know. Apparently, Topps doesn't even know what they're packing anymore. We're getting lottery balls, we're getting short prints, and we're getting boxes that have no cards in them.
That was unbelievable.
That was literally absolutely unbelievable.
Did we get any answer on that, by the way?
I don't believe so.
Oh, my God. All right. There will be a strongly written letter.
Yes.
I'll tell you that much.
Yes.
But wow, that's wild. We also had a booklet this weekend.
We did have a booklet, yeah. I think Matty Ice and Kreger had the booklet this weekend, yeah. So
15 names, I want to say on that?
I think it was
Something
a position
like that,
to excellence
15,
one.
ridiculous.
The
man.
one we had, me and Dog had one the other night. What was me and Jay? Maybe me and Jason? It all blends together, as I told
understand.
you. As you can tell by the Venti Starbucks cup.
I'll get out of here. Get out of here with that terminology.
Well,
What's up?
by the way, also, that I can ask for a large, extra large, small. It's all the same price. They charge me the same price every day.
Really?
And then they start to give me musical chairs worth of cups.
It's $8.69?
Yeah,
What is it? Something like that?
This is $5.83.
$5.83? That's not as bad as I thought it was
Not as
going to
bad
be.
as you thought, okay.
You know, to be completely honest with you. I was thinking like almost double digits there.
No. I whittled them down. I haggle at Starbucks.
You pull a little sock whistle with them? You're like, you see me here every day.
I go, bundle
Come
them
on
up.
now.
Bundle them up. I'll be here all week.
There we go. Save on shipping next time.
Let me get it tomorrow, too. So all in all, great weekend. We have more to come this week. We have triple threads coming out Thursday.
Hell yeah, man.
Are you pumped?
I love my triple threads, dude. You know, all these rookies, all these prospects, I get it. That's where the money is.
Right.
But when you give me those fat little lumber relics,
give me a little fatty.
When you give me some Bryce Harper signing in here, that's when we get excited. I'll be breaking down triple threads. What is that? It comes out Thursday?
Thursday, I believe, the 19th.
So we're gonna start getting a little more card knowledge, a little more preview for your days in here. So Wednesday, Thursday gonna be some more triple threads kind of precursor shows. We can show you what to look for. Some of the cards, some of the more exciting things in triple threads that I'll be looking for. So just a little preview for you on Thursday and Wednesday this week. All right, Connor, we got a big weekend of football.
A massive weekend in the NFL.
I mean, it was just the salute to service ISIS Bowl over there Saturday night between South Alabama and Western Michigan, right? That's what we were talking about.
I didn't know where you were going with that. I knew Army-Navy played this weekend. I did lose money on the Army, the Black
Big
Knights.
mistake. Navy +6. If you would watch Friday's Talkin Slab, we had Navy +6.
Clearly, that's it again.
Come on now.
Costing me now. Again, I will never financially recover from this.
No.
To quote the great Tiger King.
Shout out John Phillips Esquire out there. We know you're watching somewhere.
Joe Exotic.
Now, of course, we're talking about the Celebration Bowl between Jackson State and South Carolina State. No.
Yeah.
No. We're talking about the NFL, baby. Playoffs. We're almost there. I'm going to be out of my fantasy playoffs. But
Are you?
my guy put up 160 The guy I'm playing against put up 160. I thought 142 was more than enough. I was feeling good about myself.
You were feeling righteous.
Nah.
Then it was not to be.
I'm up by 11. He's got Bijan and Hawkinson, so I'm not.
Ooh, that does not look good.
For me.
That does not look promising.
NFL football, baby. This weekend, your one big take. Colin, I want to let you start it off. You were kind of giving me breadcrumbs about what you want to get to today. Lay it down for me, my friend.
Okay. And this eats me to the core, right, that I'm about to say this right now. Because as a child, I put up with my team playing in the same division as the best quarterback in the league for a large portion of my childhood.
There we go.
Actually, my entire childhood. I was an adult man still crying like a baby when he was at the end of his run in New England. Today, if you told me you're starting an NFL franchise tomorrow, you can pick Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen. I am taking Josh Allen.
Wow.
I believe Josh Allen is the best player in the NFL, and I don't think it's far close. What he can do, not only with his legs, but with his arm, I should say that, reverse. Not only with his arm, but with his legs. Again, the first player in NFL history, I believe, to throw for multiple touchdowns and rush for multiple touchdowns in back-to-back weeks. The Bills' offense is a juggernaut, and there is nobody at a skill position that you can tell me is in the top 5 to 10 at their position. You cannot, besides maybe Dalton Kincaid.
Leading receiver, Ty Johnson.
Yes, Ty Johnson, who had 3 catches of over 20 yards in the first half.
I don't even know who Ty Johnson is.
Ty Johnson played for the Jets for a while. He was not that same player. He was not that same player in New York. Josh Allen is that good. I am beyond apoplectic that he's going to be in my division for the next decade plus.
Yeah.
Right now, if you said Mahomes or Josh Allen, I will even go a step further. I think at the end of their careers, it might be up for debate. I think Josh Allen has multiple Super Bowls in him.
Whoa.
Is that a lot to digest for Monday morning at 7:22 a.m.?
We got to pump the brakes here a little bit here.
Okay.
We got to pump the brakes. Because if we are
Is that overreaction Monday?
If we are going off of, who's better today, it's not even a question, man. It is absolutely not even a question. It is Josh Allen by leaps and bounds.
Yes.
I just, you got to be careful when you start saying stuff like that.
I know. And I told you it was crazy. It was, I went big.
It's just not what I expected, man. It's not what I expected. It's like, I'm living in this week-to-week league kind of thing.
No, I go big.
And you just went it's like if you zoom out, and you see the entire earth.
Yeah.
All of a sudden. I'm looking at this room here in Tampa, Florida, and all of a sudden you just zoomed all the way out.
Listen,
looked at this from the greater scale.
Have you not been paying attention to the drone activity in New Jersey?
I have not, by the way. I have not.
You need to start. That's what they're doing.
I just saw it, by the way.
I'm on their wavelength.
So you're not worried at all that for one reason or another, with better weapons around him, Josh Allen has not been able to get over that hump. He's not even made it to the Super Bowl, right?
No.
Joe Burrow has made it farther. Jalen Hurts has made it farther.
Correct.
And I can't disagree with what we're watching right now from Josh Allen. He looks like one of the most, if not the most electric player I've seen.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
What Josh Allen is doing right now, I feel like is better than what Patrick Mahomes has been doing when Patrick Mahomes is at his prime.
Yes, I would agree with that too.
But I still can't get there at all.
Yeah.
In the sense that it's still checks notes December 16th. And it does mean a lot to do this in December.
Sure.
I just I think it's too early. I think it's too early.
I told you I was going big.
And listen, you will get a lot of credit at the end of this year if Josh Allen wins a Super Bowl. Then we can kind of reevaluate the statement. But again,
that's when again, this is I'm taking a future. I'm taking a future on a take.
You are.
All right?
I tip my cap to that.
And again, because you see value on the board right now, and again, maybe there might be murmurings of this, right? There's no deniability, as you just said, that right now Allen over Mahomes is clear as day. And not that Patrick Mahomes isn't playing well. They're winning. They're getting by. They're not playing great football by any means. They're the worst 13-1 team I've ever seen.
Dude, what an ugly, what was it, 21-7?
In Cleveland after Jameis Winston gift-wrapped the 3 picks, too. And they still there was still kind of a fight at the end there. Like I said, the Chiefs defense, I will give them credit. They are very, very good.
Yes.
Unlike a lot of the Chiefs past teams where there's been an offensive juggernaut and they just need to outscore, that's where the Bills are kind of playing. The Bills are playing almost similar past 2 or 3 years Chiefs football where, all right, they're going to put up, the other team's going to put up 40, we need to put up 40. They've scored more than 40 points in back-to-back games. Granted, they lost last week to the Rams in L.A., But yeah, man, the Buffalo Bills are a problem.
All right, so there you go. Josh Allen over Patrick Mahomes. Now obvious. Forever? Scary stuff, Connie. I cannot get you there, but make no mistake, this is the bar now for Josh Allen. The only thing that he can do is win a Super Bowl, right?
Yes.
Quite frankly, I think he still needs to win 3 Super Bowls for this to be a legitimate conversation.
True.
But if he wins a Super Bowl, I will say, with this cast of characters, it will be maybe a bigger carry job than any of the LeBron Cavaliers years.
Oh,
I mean,
my God.
this Bills team is not good, I don't think.
There is no other superstar on this roster.
Right.
There is not. Again, you can say
it's not even close.
You can say Matt Milano. You can say Ed Oliver's a pretty
Deion Dawkins is probably, if we're doing the Madden overall, he probably would have like the second highest overall.
You can give them that. James Cook is
Cook's a very good
back. But again, you're not telling me, like I said, this speaks more about to me, and again, unfortunately, I don't like to kick people when they're down. His season's over. Stephon Diggs.
Yep, I was saying the same thing.
This puts a lot of, okay, who was the problem here? You weren't getting the ball. What is the receiving core for the Buffalo Bills? It is
Mac Hollins.
Who again made a tremendous
Khalil
play.
Shakir.
Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman,
and this guy Ty Johnson
and Curtis Samuel every once in a while. There is nobody that will. Like I tell you what, I'll give Josh Allen this. He's going to get one of those guys a big contract from somewhere else, and they're going to stay.
Oh, 100%.
You know what
100%.
I mean? Like Mac Hollins is going to go to the Seahawks next year. On like
here's the thing though, Connie. Don't you think every other GM's thinking exactly what we're saying though? I think so.
That like
they might
Josh
get
Allen,
they might get an NFL career. It might not be like a Kirk Cousins contract.
No, but I'm
they
just
might
saying
elongate
someone
their
is going
careers
to
at
get
least.
paid more than what they're worth off of Josh
I think you're
Allen's
dead right.
hard work.
Dude, how about this? And this might be a little sad because this guy never won a ring. But I think what we're seeing with Josh Allen, comparable to like Allen Iverson, where he thrives when you don't put weapons around him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Allen Iverson was best when you gave him Aaron McKee playing on a broken ankle and a washed-up Dikembe Mutombo. You just say, go out there, man. Do not frickin' pass the ball to anyone.
Right.
Go out there and absolutely just cook. And you're seeing Josh Allen thrive in that setting.
So I'm not the biggest NBA fan, nor am I really a Philly guy at all.
Me neither.
The epitome of Allen Iverson's career was one NBA Finals appearance.
Yes.
Against the Lakers in 01.
In 01.
Yeah.
And he got close every year, and people watched him and said, this guy is the best player in the NBA.
Right.
But he couldn't.
So Josh Allen then to again eclipse that Allen Iverson stat,
he's going to have to win.
He's going to have to win. He's going to have to.
I think he will be able to. Now, I don't know if that's this year.
That is this year the best opportunity Josh Allen's had.
1,000%.
The Chiefs are down.
1,000%.
There is no other, again, the.
So that's kind of going to get into what I was going to get into next, Connie, because I don't see anyone who, quite frankly, impresses me right now. And you know what? I hate to say it because I've been preying on their downfall for a few weeks. I think the Detroit Lions are dead men walking, Tomlin. And I know people don't want to hear this. The Chiefs are the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
The Detroit Lions are dead men walking. They are America's darlings this season. But
there's a very real possibility they could lose that division.
Bingo. The Vikings play tonight.
Yeah.
They can tie the division tonight. I have been banging this drum for weeks that the Lions, who, look, in my power rankings and everyone's power rankings, they've been number one because they think they have to be. But I don't think they're going to win their division, to be quite frank with you, Conlon. How many guys can get hurt before it becomes a problem?
Yeah, they have 13 players defensively on IR. But before that game kicked off, they had 3 more guys go down, and that, again, there's only so much you can withstand. I know they mentioned this a couple times. I think it was Romo and Nance were doing the game. That, Aiden Hutchinson's gearing to get back. Okay, let's just put a pause on this. Even if Aiden Hutchinson, he's
going to have a bionic leg.
Yes, he's playing in the Super Bowl if they make it that far. That's the only opportunity.
Which, if it is, that'd be awesome.
Would be unbelievable.
Kyle Schwarber, remember coming back to hit in the friggin' World Series of the Cubs?
You're rolling the dice on a very young, extremely talented player that if, God forbid, he does something again, could really alter the trajectory of his entire career.
Which currently is TJ Watt, Myles Garrett.
Correct.
The baton is going to be passed in a year or two from those two guys.
Yep.
As now Hutch is going to be perennial defensive player of the year.
Yes.
And listen, here's the thing though. For a Super Bowl, right? If you get that far, I think you should absolutely go for it. Here's the thing though. I don't think they get that far, Connie.
Yeah.
I think they are too taxed. I think they are too injured. I don't know why. It rubs me so the wrong way how friggin' You're drawing up. Friggin' Ben Johnson is fixated on drawing up different ways for the offensive line to score every week.
Yes. Fat guy touchdown, John Skipper.
Which cool, right? It's fun to watch, but for some reason I see that. It tells me two things. Either one, you're like bored, right? You're like playing with your food a little bit, or two, you're not good enough to score in a normal way, right? It's fun when it's a gadget 2-point conversion, or let's dig deep in our playbook for a Philly special kind of play like that no one's ever seen before. Like, why are they just gearing all these plays for their offensive linemen? I just can't figure out the Detroit Lions, because how are you going to get into these 40-point like insane games every week? It is unsustainable to me, first and foremost, and second of all, like, I don't know how the game was 48-42.
Yeah.
Like, this game to me was 28-14 for 3 hours. I blinked and all of a sudden it was 48-42.
Well, that's what I said. I watched the first half. I will say this is, and I would be shocked. I don't know what the Buffalo sports radio scene is like.
Yeah.
I would be shocked if there are not people calling in today and say there should be open competition for kicking. Tyler Bass, it will be the Bills' downfall. Again, he missed the 23. He missed a 23-yarder at the end. I know he had a big kick early in the year. I think it was to beat the Dolphins in that kind of up and back and forth game when Tua first came back off injury. Again, just so many. Again, I feel bad for the guy because there's no lonelier position in all sports than when you're the kicker missing field goals, and you feel helpless because there's nothing. You have no other job, right?
Yes.
You have nothing else to do. He ended the season last year for the Bills, and that I remember I was up in the Rochester area, Tin Cup, and I was sitting there watching a gaggle of Bills fans cry in their blue Gatorades, and I just said, look. You know what I mean? As a Jets fan, we recuse ourselves. We don't even get this far. All right? So I do think Tyler Bass should no longer be the kicker for the Bills. I think they honestly should try to pick someone up. Whether, again, what's out there, I don't know.
The guy from the Chiefs. What's his name? Matthew Wright, I want to say.
Oh, right.
Guy from the Chiefs. Pick him up. Harrison Butker's not looking too good yesterday either. Just looking at the Lions, dude. Like, they have been leaking oil, I think, big time. That Texans game, I keep going back to that.
Yeah.
Ever since that Texans game, I said, something ain't right here.
Yeah.
And they tried to pull it off again. Goff, shout out to Jared Goff. He scored 5 touchdowns. But, it's tough to say because I almost want to say something like the Bills put out the blueprint to beat the Lions, but that goes against my take because if the blueprint against the Lions is scoring 48 points.
Right.
I don't know.
That should be the line. So again, a game and the Lions score 42 points and they lose, that's a problem.
I think the biggest takeaway, though, ultimately for the Lions is that you finally found someone who scored more points on your defense than you can handle. I've been waiting for it. The defense, the injuries have been mounting up. And then you see the Lions when they're playing in a negative game script. They are able to score, but ultimately the Lions are a running football team.
Right.
They did not run the ball. Jahmyr Gibbs had 32 rushing yards.
But they couldn't. They were trailing the whole game.
But that's what I mean.
They couldn't play from behind. But here's the problem is, in the NFC, is there a team like the Bills that puts that kind of pressure on you offensively via their own offense?
I don't think so.
Right.
I don't think so.
I don't know in the class of the NFC, you can say Philadelphia. Like I said, Green Bay's going to get in. Minnesota will get in. Does anybody put that level of pressure? I would say maybe Philly with the way they're coming out now. I saw Jalen Hurts said, we got to water the grass. The grass is only greener when you water it.
Stupid,
that to me is a joke. Because now all of a sudden, so A.J. Brown throws this temper tantrum, right? They go away from Saquon Barkley, who has carried them their entire year because they need to get A.J. Brown his touches. Will that come back to, I know we're kind of transitioning games here. Will that come back to bite Philadelphia in the ass?
Well,
because A.J. Brown is more, the team was winning games. They were not, it was not like, hey, what's the problem in Philly? A.J. Brown, that's why they're not being successful.
It's hilarious. It was literally, like, we talked about this last week. It was just A.J., what do you think the team needs to work on? Passing.
Yeah. And then BG over at Chickies and Pete's having his radio spot. That to me, I don't know. And I don't mean to chastise the Eagles because I do have a lot of friends that are Eagles fans. And I did work in the Philly radio industry for a little bit. It's an unbelievable sports town. I think it is the best sports town in America. 2, I will say this. Having players with regular radio spots, I think during the season is a terrible idea. It's an absolute terrible idea.
Yeah. Well, first of all, good morning, Mr. Buttersworth, of course. You said morning to Connie and Donnie. Second of all, Brandon Graham is going to have a very long career in the booth.
Yes,
Guy is
he's
fantastic.
tremendous. Yeah, he's fantastic. I don't disagree with that.
Now, people have theorized, by the way, that he did that on purpose, as almost if to say, you two need to work this out. I'm going to out you in public so now that this becomes a thing. Instead of walking on eggshells all the time, I'm going to air this out because Brandon Graham's been doing this for 10 years. Like, this isn't like a new thing for Brandon Graham.
You're saying his radio spot.
This radio spot for Brandon Graham. They call it the Brandon Graham Show. He does it for like an hour every week.
Is it on WIP?
It's on WIP, yeah. He does it once a week, I want to say, for like 10 years, man.
Yeah.
Like, he does not slip up like that, is what people are saying. There's been theories he did that on purpose.
So he's a seasoned vet. Yeah.
Yes, so there's a theory he did that on purpose. I will say, let's get back to the Eagles, though, on the actual game. This win against the Steelers did nothing for me, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, and I was predicting like a loss. I thought the Steelers were going to win this game, and I feel guilty because I hate it when people move the goalposts. I'm moving the goalposts on the Eagles because watching the game, it just seemed so workmanlike, like, which I think should be impressive, but to me it was like there was never a moment where I was like, yes, baby, we're back. I was chuckling to myself as on that A.J. Brown touchdown pass.
Right.
I just started laughing.
Yeah.
And I was like, football is the best TV show, honestly. That was my takeaway from this Eagles game. Looking at the numbers, well, I will say Saquon Barkley was a little bit banged up in this game.
Right.
So that might have been part of it.
What, 60 yards? I think it was the lowest
65 yards.
Since week 6. Yeah.
Yeah. His over-under was at 93.5, which was crazy. A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, though, man, they go off for 100. Each have 100 yards. I don't remember the last time that's happened for the Birds. Jalen Hurts throws for 290 yards with 2 touchdowns. I mean, look, Jalen Hurts looked fantastic.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I don't know. I was not that impressed by the Eagles. I don't know if you got eyes on this game.
I didn't watch much of this. I was kind of locked in. This was the same time as the Lions game, I believe.
Yes.
So yeah, I think I only got the Lions.
So
game.
Mr. Buttersworth chimes in. I didn't know Buttersworth was a Birds fan. Go Birds, Buttersworth. Eagles need to lose a game because their heads are getting way too big for their britches. They need a dose of reality. And I kind of don't disagree with that, Mr. Buttersworth, because that's my takeaway. Like, you beat a Steelers team without George Pickens. I think George Pickens playing in that game would be way different.
Really?
Right? Yes, I do. Because I think George Pickens is very good at making contested catches. It's all he does.
Yes.
When you take Pickens out, the weapons on that Steelers offense are almost non-existent. I do think the Eagles have one of, if not the best secondary in the NFL.
Yes, they
with
do.
Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell, right?
Yes.
So if there's any takeaway, it was that. But I didn't learn anything about the Eagles. Jalen Hurts impressed me. He's playing with a broken finger. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, again, he's as tough as nails. Like I said, I think when people were on Jalen Hurts, right, and I never think Jalen Hurts was ever the primary problem when the Eagles struggled.
But he's never been. I don't think he's the primary solution for their victories.
No, but he knows who he is as a player, and I think that's extremely important. He doesn't try to do too much. He stays within himself. When he can take off and run, he does. He doesn't look to constantly scramble. He looks to throw the ball down the field. Again, he's got good weapons. Saquon Barkley has elevated that offense to something they haven't been in years past, which is a run-first team. And again, this back to my original point. We got this thing going here. Is why are we trying to change? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Just because A.J. Brown's not putting up his numbers, I don't know. And again, this is where I don't know the Eagles' intricacies as much as maybe you do. Is A.J. Brown in a contract here? Is there something that...
No, dude, A.J. Brown... This is who he is. This is who A.J. Brown is, man.
A.J. Brown, I'm telling you right now, would be better off, he would be happier if he caught 10 balls for 150 and the Eagles lost that game by 3.
I don't think that's totally true, and I don't think that's totally wrong either. I think at the end of the day, A.J. Brown wants to win, but I think A.J. Brown is he knows how good he is. And he's so frustrated when he can't control, you know what I mean?
Do you think A.J. Brown was bothered by how much attention Barkley had been getting from everybody outside of Philadelphia?
I actually don't. I think A.J. Brown,
So what is he mad at?
He wants the ball. He's a wide receiver. What is it? Who is it? I can't remember his name. I want to say Keontae George. I know that's not him. The player from
the player for Florida and Kansas State.
No, he's on the Jets. He wrote the book. Get me the damn
Johnson,
ball. Keyshawn Johnson. I was thinking of
Keontae George. Yeah,
Keyshawn Johnson. Get me the damn ball. That's who A.J. Brown is. He's a wide receiver. That's how these guys are.
Keyshawn Johnson had a legitimate saying that because, again, the Jets had nobody else. So when you're the best player and you're still not getting the ball on a team full of guys that are...
Whoa.
Free holiday mega.
Alrighty, hello.
Heyo.
How are we doing that, Ashley? I like the sound of that.
All right, so is that Benny listening to that?
All right, there we go. We'll get that up. Thank you, Ashley. Oh, man, we got a little holiday present. I could use one of those, dude. Holiday shopping over here.
8 a.m. 8 a.m. You got 20 minutes to wake everybody up in the house.
8 a.m.,
Holiday
y'all.
Mega going live.
Holiday Mega going live. Let's go, baby.
All right.
But yeah, to put a bow on it, man, I don't know. I don't think it's actually a big deal. This is not the first time it's happened. They'll work it out. He's a stud. Saquon's a stud. When you're winning, when you're getting the ball, everyone's happy. I do think the Eagles, though, looking at their schedule the rest of the season, man, it's weird. They play the Commanders, the Cowboys, and the Giants. Ugh, it's just a horrible way, I feel like, to go into the playoffs to Buttersworth points. They're just going to go into the playoffs feeling themselves. And I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm getting from this team, and it freaks me out.
I have one more thing on them.
Okay.
Too. And it's every time I turn the TV on, you told me it's not a problem. You said, no. He's one of the reasons why this team is where they are. What's going on the sidelines?
Big Tom?
Yeah, Big Tom. What? That is as much of a clown show. Like, again, they're on a team that's, what is their record now? 11 and
12 and 2, man.
12 and 2?
It's 12 and 2.
12 and 2?
Right? It sounds silly. They're 12 and 2. They might be the 1 seed in the NFC. In fact, I think they will be the 1 seed in the NFC.
Yeah. But again, what is the bickering on the sideline about? There's so much extra noise for a team that is the class of the NFC. Like, to me, that's what it throws me for a loop, because I think Sirianni honestly feeds off it. Like, I think he loves it.
I think so too.
And again, it's just like, to me, the talent, and again, as much as Sirianni can go to the press conference and he's the one on game day with the headset, if anybody is responsible for this team, it's Howie Roseman. It's Howie Roseman getting Saquon Barkley.
It's Howie Roseman, and let me take it a step further. It's Vic Fangio. Dude, what Vic Fangio has done to this defense is absolutely unreal. Shout out Jay Kane here. He makes a great point, and maybe I need a little more time to kind of digest this game, and I'm thinking too much. Like, I watched it and I was like, boring, you know what I mean? Like, 27-13. But he does say the most important thing Jay Kane saw from the Eagles yesterday, and what matters in the playoffs, Eagles got the ball at 10:30 left in the game, and the Steelers never got it back. They round out the game beautifully. That's a really good point, Jay Kane. And I think that's part of the reason why I say it was a workmanlike victory. You know what I mean? But and
again, and the Steelers are good. The Steelers are not a team that you beat the Steelers by 2 touchdowns. That's a quality win.
Yeah,
it really is. Again, at home.
Yeah,
it wasn't like, wow, the Eagles are the Super Bowl favorite. I didn't come away with that take.
I kind of like in the week. What was the game they had? I'm trying to think. There was that one game where they played, and I came here puffing my chest out, and I wanted to feel that way.
Was it the Washington game Thursday night?
No, the Washington game Thursday night was started the trend for me. I'm trying to look for it now. My apologies. But nonetheless, the Ravens game, I think. The Ravens game.
Yes, okay.
The Ravens game is the one that got me feeling that way. The Steelers game to me was like, all right, I'm impressed. But I kind of left this weekend feeling like the Bills are the class of the NFL, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think just it's, to me, a better victory there. The Bills are on the road. The Lions are the other real contender out of the NFC.
Big time.
So, yeah, I do think the Bills were the biggest winners of the weekend. And I think in a lot of people's eyes, I do believe now, I looked last night on Vegas Insider, they are do have the best odds to win this Super Bowl. The Eagles, I think, are right behind them. So, yeah, I think it's the Bills are the biggest winners.
All right, let's we got a little new segment here coming out. We're going to call it Movers and Shakers. And what I want to do with this is look at a team who really moved this weekend, but then I also kind of want to look at a player who moved, or player or two that moved over the weekend, based on kind of the card market as well. Who we're investing in. We can dive deep into the weeds. We can also take some of the, we just skim off the top. If you want to go Josh Allen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But first things first, I want to look at a player that I think moved in the opposite direction. A guy that I have not been able to figure out this year. A guy we talked a lot about, and understandably so. And that's Bo Nix.
Yeah.
I don't think that Bo Nix is that guy.
No.
I really don't. And they got the win. The Broncos are going to make the playoffs. And to be honest, Bo Nix has impressed me more than I thought he was going to. You know what I mean? But I just think there's been so much talk about Bo Nix winning Rookie of the Year. And from a card perspective, right? Bo Nix all of a sudden becoming this kind of rookie quarterback chase, right? A la a Brock Purdy. I think people might have been a little late to get into the Brock Purdy hype. Because I know for a year and a half, people are like, no, I don't believe Brock Purdy. I don't believe Brock Purdy. I'm wondering, because of Brock Purdy, if people are kind of diving into Bo Nix early, trying to get on board early, and not, like with rose-colored glasses, if you will. Ben, did I send you that clip of the Colts interception trick play over the weekend? Because I thought that was the funniest play I have seen. The Colts are now responsible, by the way, for 2 of the funniest plays, I think, in NFL history. But to me, Bo Nix played a terrible game this weekend. He threw 3 interceptions. He did not look all that impressive. He made a couple throws. But I think this is absolutely a Sean Payton team and not really a Bo Nix team. I am exercising caution for all of you Card folks out there. I know it's a big day for football today in the Card world. Just exercise a little caution on Bo Nix. I would rather see a lot more Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams.
Right. Okay. So I'll wrap up on Bo Nix real quick. So Dove Kleiman, right? The biggest Twitter troll, wherever he calls himself an aggregate. I also think he's a clown. But 3 weeks ago, put up a video of Bo Nix. Tell me this throw doesn't win him Rookie of the Year. And yesterday or today, Bo Nix is not that guy in Denver. Pick a lane, Dove. Pick a lane. You don't need to post everything you see, buddy. Because, again, you look just like, again, you don't know anything, which I don't think you do. But regardless, I think you said Sean Payton, yes. I do believe. Do you believe that Sean Payton believes that Bo Nix is his guy in Denver?
What do you mean, like for the future, for long term?
Like for the next 5 years, are they going to roll with Bo Nix? Because if that's the case, I think Bo Nix's upside in market might steady. Because I think the longer he stays with Sean Payton, the better he gets.
Okay. I think yes, to be honest with you.
Okay,
I do
so
think
if
he's that guy with Sean Payton.
If he's not going to be passed over in Denver, then I think Bo Nix, you can keep the faith there a little bit, right? Obviously, Sean Payton isn't taking a snap, throwing the football, but at the end of the day, he's one of the best offensive minds in the game and has a reputation of molding quarterbacks. Obviously, Drew Brees for years in New Orleans elevated his career to a Hall of Famer. Obviously, he was in San Diego before that, but was not nearly where he's remembered, you know what I mean? It would be New Orleans. But the guy I'm going to take right here in this little segment, give me Brian Thomas Jr., the wide receiver from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Again, the New York Jets secondary is not good. Sauce Gardner might be the biggest regression of anybody in the NFL this year.
Guy played too much golf.
Staggering. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I tell you what, if you're a caddy out there in New Jersey, I will pay you to say, Sauce, hey, I can't take your bag today. Go back to the gym. Brian Thomas Jr. yesterday, 10 catches, 105 yards, 2 receiving touchdowns. On the year, he's had 64 catches for 956 yards. He will eclipse 1,000. 15 yards a catch with 8 touchdowns. Brian Thomas Jr. with, again, fairly lackluster quarterback play. Again, he's had a combination of Mac Jones, right? We know what Mac Jones is.
Pro Bowler, baby.
And a pretty shaky Trevor Lawrence all year.
Very
so,
shaky.
Again, without great quarterback play, Brian Thomas Jr. has had a phenomenal year in Jacksonville. So that's a guy, like I said, Prism Football releases today, FOTL. If you're looking for wide receivers, that Jaguar spot's a spot that I like a lot.
Diamond in the rough.
I'm a big Brian Thomas Jr. guy. I thought he had a hell of a day yesterday.
All right, Ben. I see you over here. You ready to roll on that? Yeah, all right.
She said 8 a.m. on the holiday.
What's that? Oh, no, yeah,
on
a little clip here. This cracked me up. I was just watching, I was watching Red Zone. They put this, they turned to this play. I started laughing myself. Here we go.
Oh my God.
This is what's winning Bo Nix Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh God.
Thank you, Ben. That was one of the funniest plays I have ever seen. I just saw that. I started cackling. I had no money on that game. I am so sorry, AJ. You don't deserve to catch these strays. That was the absolute worst play I've seen of the entire season.
Well, that reminded me so much of the Jacoby Myers play last year against the Raiders. When he throws the ball backwards, what are you doing?
It was just so easy and it's picked off. And Bo Nix is a merchant of a good defense, of a good coach. He's a fine quarterback. He's not going to be an MVP.
No.
He's not going to be a game winner. He's a not game loser. I think we're going to be talking about him.
But are you ready to say that fully? Now, what is it? 15 games into his NFL career with really no major weapons on offense.
All right, I don't think this is a Brock Purdy.
Decreeing him, he's not going to win Rookie of the Year. I'm fine with doing that. I'm not ready to mail it in that Bo Nix is going to be an NFL bust. I can't say that right now.
Well, I'm not calling him a bust. I'm just saying he's not
he's not going to win Rookie of the Year.
He's not that guy. Bo Nix is not that guy.
But if not that guy is, to me, not that guy is an NFL bust. As a first-round pick, as a 10th overall pick?
I think. Well, though, if you look back at some of these other first-round quarterbacks, the bar has been lowered.
Yeah,
the bar has definitely been lowered.
The bar, yeah.
All right, so let's look at a mover or shaker in team-wise here. I think you got to admit, biggest mover or shaker team-wise might actually be the Philadelphia Eagles. With the Lions losing all of a sudden and the Eagles rest of schedule, I said I was unimpressed, but let's call a spade a spade. Eagles are kind of in the driver's seat now to
100%.
get the 1 seed in the NFC, which I don't think a lot of people saw coming.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, the biggest impact for the Eagles has been Saquon Barkley. It's been Saquon Barkley all year. Yeah. My concern in Philadelphia now is, right, they do win this game. Jalen Hurts throws for, 260? A couple of scores. Devontae Smith made a hell of a catch.
Maybe. I mean, he had a good game.
He had a really good game. A.J. Brown broke out for the first time in a while. If you're the Philadelphia Eagles, I challenge you, and I challenge Nick Sirianni, really, right? This is to you, Nick, and listen closely, all right? Saquon Barkley is the reason where you are. If you played like you did yesterday against the Steelers all year, you would not be 12-2. I'm telling you right now. If Saquon Barkley's rushing for 65 yards every game of that season, you're nowhere close. You're a middle of the pack team. So you go out the rest of the year. You can beat the Commanders playing like you did yesterday. You can beat the Cowboys. You can beat the Giants. Whoever's going to be that next hurdle you have to get over in the NFC, you will not be playing like that yesterday.
The Lions.
The Lions. It's going to be the Lions. The Packers are sneaky to me. Jordan Love looked really good last night.
Yeah, buddy.
The Vikings are sneaky. The Vikings, again, I think Kevin O'Connell's a hell of a head coach. I think he's a far better coach than Nick Sirianni.
Too.
He is a handsome-looking guy. At the end of the day, I challenge Nick Sirianni and say, look, AJ, see, you're still a factor in this offense, but at the end of the day, if Saquon Barkley is grounding and pounding and rushing 7-10 yards a clip, rumbling and stumbling, bumbling down in South Philadelphia, he's got to be the feature. And so I challenge that Nick Sirianni to rein those guys in and be like, look, we can do all this stuff, but at the end of the day, in a do or die moment, right, we got to stick with what got us here, and that's Saquon Barkley.
Good morning, Chandi. Chandi, we're getting on at 7 a.m. these days now. Operation Early Bird Gets the Worm. I love it.
Yes.
Wake
up, Rob Shear, Chandi.
In defense of Sirianni, I will say this. Saquon did touch the ball 19 times. Yeah, or maybe even more. He had 19 carries. That's not nothing. You know what I mean?
No.
It's not nothing. I just think Saquon was a little banged up that game. Steelers sold out against the run. And, I think you are right, though, ultimately. You're playing the Lions. You're going to need to run the ball a little more, a little better with Saquon Barkley. All right, Benjamin, are you all ready to hop aboard the Dumpster Fire Express? A little choo-choo, baby? Could you cue up the clip of the old MetLife? Have you seen the developments? Drones are not the only thing in New Jersey.
Oh, yes, the flyovers.
Drones are not the only thing in the skies of New Jersey.
I know. Newark Airport must be an absolute mess. I would hate to be in that control center.
This was second week or third week that this has been happening.
I believe I've seen it now twice.
Oh, my gosh. All right, Mr. Mara, enough. We won't stop until you fire everyone. What do we call this? What do they call them at the beach?
Yeah,
there's a name for them?
like advertising planes.
Yeah, the advertisement planes over the beach, always, advertising stuff. We've all seen them. This, to me, I think it's genius, actually, Conlon.
Really?
There are a lot of ways to get your message across. For those who've missed this, the New York Giants this weekend, 16.5-point underdogs, the largest underdog spread since last year in the NFL. And 2 weeks in a row now. Someone has taken a good chunk of change, I would imagine.
How much does that cost?
It's a good question.
Let's
look into it today. I'll get back to you tomorrow.
Right.
How much does it cost to get an advertisement fly over MetLife Stadium? Mr. Mara knows that plane is going to run out of gas eventually. I don't know, because Mr. Mara has been getting absolutely dog-walked for an entire year before the season started. Throughout this entire with Hard Knocks on the Saquon Barkley clip.
I don't know if I brought this up to you. I brought it up to my friends several times. There is no other. Like, again, I'm a diehard Jets fan, right? The Giants don't really bother me. They bothered me more when they were good, right? Because it's like, oh, you're a Jet. You know what I mean? So the Giants are equally, if not worse than the Jets, right?
Dude, the Giants are way worse than the Jets now.
Yeah, so I will say this. So I watched that Hard Knocks this offseason, right? There is one clip that rattled me to the core emotionally that I was shaking.
Is the Dable Jaden Daniels? You love that clip.
Dable.
You always bring this clip up.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You brought this clip up multiple times.
Good.
You're obsessed with it.
I'm obsessed. It gets me like pumping like you will not believe.
So do you? Here's my question for you.
That fat slob, and you're not gonna tell me he's skinny now. That fat slob with his feet up on the table. Have you ever seen the movie Casino, right? With Robert De Niro.
Okay.
Right? There's a scene in there where Joe Pesci has a guy that go in to play cards for him, right, to win him some money. And he puts his boots on the table. He kicks his hat up. They have him removed. And he goes, you know what he did? He put his boots on the table. Yeah, that's what it looked like. Brian Dable with his feet up, like he didn't have a care in the world, talking to Jaden Daniels, who, again, good for Jaden Daniels. I'm so glad he went to Washington. I'm so glad he's kicking the shit out of the Giants week in and week out now for the next 25 years, whatever it is, 10. But regardless, I cannot stand that. That one, and I'll even revert further to the Saquon Barkley clip where the guy was like, they're like, again, whoever it was, an advisor to Joe Shane, was like, are we sure nobody's going to give him this money? You know what I mean? Right? And that guy was coming on Talkin Slab, open invitation.
They all laughed at him.
They all laughed at him. Yeah.
Oh, running back. Oh, no.
No chance.
Yeah, and I heard Philly's out on Saquon. That's the next clip or whatever. So I looked it up. John Mara, 70 years old, okay? And hear me out. I think this is actually effective because this plane advertisement is speaking John Mara's language. John Mara, his kid might be like, Dad, social media, Duff Kleinman ripped you a new one. Everyone's talking about how embarrassing this is. And John Mara might be like, social media, who cares? He's out there at the game, he's seeing that airplane, and he's saying, someone get that plane down. Someone, you know what I mean? Like,
they shoot it down.
Yeah. Someone get that plane down. This is an embarrassment. I don't know if John Mara sees what people say about him on social media. Plane,
but regardless,
2 weeks in a row.
Regardless, though, did that plane actually affect anything? Right? Was Brian Dable and Joe Shane weren't they already gone without the plane? I think they were gone regardless. I
think what the plane's saying is, it's not Brian Dable, it's not Joe Shane, it's everybody. It's you, Mr. Mara. Sell the damn team.
No,
like,
not a chance.
I know it's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, Mr. Wizard said, get one of those drones.
That's my dad.
Run a drone into it. Yeah. Which is crazy, by the way. But it's an embarrassment, man. I think the Giants are going to have to. I think something's going to happen to the Giants.
Well,
I think you're going to see
that Dable and Shane are gone.
Yeah, well, there's no doubt about that.
I need to know what the next level of, like, what's the next step, right? Because clearly, like...
Jay Kane. Good morning, ZK. Extra early today.
What up, ZK?
And guys, just a quick reminder, we're doing a holiday mega box giveaway in just 3 minutes at 8 a.m. sharp.
Yep.
How about that? Little, no place like home for the holidays. How about a little holiday mega rip as well?
Right.
We got a Vladimir Guerrero Jr. auto out of that the other day, by the way.
Did we? Oh, yeah. I just see that.
Crazy.
Patch auto to 50, I think.
One more guy from Mover and Shaker, Zach Charbonnet. I know they're playing a negative game script, so he didn't get a big chance to shine, but like 2 weeks in a row, he ripped off, a 24-yard rush. I think Charbonnet, and I know the running back market for Cards is not like,
No, it's not huge.
It's not huge, but Charbonnet, to me, he's one of those guys that's like a sleeping giant, if you will, because he has to play behind Kenneth Walker. When he does get an opportunity, we'll be interested
he's a
to
good
see.
running back. I will say, too, a guy that was a major chase, 2 years ago now? Sam Howell.
Come on now.
Oh, my God. I like, again, that fact that you're like, you talk about guys that are like, yeah, man, he if he's in the right situation, he just ain't that good, unfortunately.
He made some throws in Washington.
Yeah, he's
and
just not that good. I will say, too, one further thing. I think it's hilarious that, so Tommy Cutlets leaves that game in the second quarter yesterday. Concussion, I believe. The Drew Lock is experiments over in Big Blue Nation as well. Yeah. Who was the quarterback that played after Tommy DeVito?
No idea, man.
It would be none other than Jet legend Tim Boyle.
How is Tim Boyle in the game?
Still in the NBA? Oh, still in the NFL. Still in the NFL.
Come on now,
Tim Boyle would be better off in the NBA. Like I said, there are other guys, like somebody said that on Twitter yesterday, that there's other quarterbacks in college that, like, you know what I mean, had crazy stat lines and stuff like that, never got a chance in the NFL. Tim Boyle with, like, there were 1 touchdown, 13 picks at UConn. The powerhouse that UConn football is.
What's the same with Tommy DeVito? He didn't he was bad at Illinois.
Yeah, but again, it's just like, that's crazy. Like, what is Tim Boyle doing that he still has an NFL job?
I saw some Tim Tebow highlights recently, Connie, and it really made me stop and think, like, this guy would, like, genuinely be a decent quarterback now. Tim Tebow?
Yeah.
He was literally ahead of his time.
Yeah, it's true.
Tim Tebow, you can't convince me that Bo Nix is any better than Tim Tebow.
Give him the
Sean Payton system.
Tim Boyle, I can name about 15 guys that we can pick up off their couch right now. Teddy Bridgewater, who just led his team to a high school state championship in the great Sunshine State of Florida.
Love Teddy, man. Yeah. I think he could be a great coach. Okay, like, get your eyes on Tim Boyle's agent has his feet up.
Yeah, he does. Tim Boyle's agent is the best agent in football.
All right, 8 a.m., 1 minute away. We are going to be giving away a holiday mega box. And Connie, do I have one of my favorite halftime stories for you?
Yeah, I saw this today. I didn't know who you were talking about because I thought it was Kenny Pickett.
No.
Okay, yeah. And I was just like, where? I like Googled Kenny Pickett's name. I'm like, he didn't get arrested. Like,
so, in today's age, right, maybe some folks in the chat, some of the older folks, back in the good old days, you used to be able to get away with a good old petty theft. You know what I mean?
You go to California, you can get away with it right now.
These days, you can't get away with anything. I know it. You know it. I think we all know it. Oh, baby. 15 minutes on the clock. Giving away a Topps Holiday Mega Box. Happy Monday. What better way to start your week than a bunch of free cards?
Mally!
What's going on, Mally? Oh, boy, Mally's getting bold. How about stealing sports cards?
Oh.
We do not condone that whatsoever. But I'm sure, everyone's got those intrusive thoughts. You're grocery shopping with the wife. You're at Walmart. You're at Target. You see the cards, right? And you're like, all right, maybe I'll pick up a little box here or there. We've all been there, don't you?
That's the only way I rip.
Yeah, exactly,
Mally, you dirty dog.
So, all right, in Chattanooga, Tennessee last week, couple of men, they're in Walmart. They get $560 worth of sports cards. That is sealed, by the way.
They purchased them.
They didn't rip it and say, oh, these cards are valued at $560. No. $560 worth. They go to the self-checkout, right? They go to put in their debit card. Denied. Instead of saying, I don't have any money. I can't afford these cards. Let me go put them back. After getting denied, they just try to walk right out of the store with their bags of sports cards and not having it paid for.
Yeah.
They are stopped. The police are called. The police are there. They are originally cooperating with police when all of a sudden, one guy tries to make a break for it, shoves over some other person, hurts the other person. Other person might have broken him. Stiff-armed him to get out of the way.
Barkley rumbling someone out of bounds. Yeah.
I don't know if he had priors or what. He tried to get away.
With the card still in hand?
With the card still in hand.
Because
yes.
I feel like after you get stopped, you're like, hey, you're stealing this. Just put it back. We're not going to waste our time here. But I don't know. Continue.
Jay Kane says $560, so 4 packs of Prism.
Yeah.
But dude, it's Walmart, so who knows if these are hobby boxes we're talking about.
Yeah.
They're a bunch of megas. These guys probably didn't even realize they were stealing a bunch of crap. I'm sorry. Shout out Walmart megas. They raced inside. So they raced back inside. Eventually, the guy gets caught. Now he's going to jail.
So they're just running around the Walmart.
So I think he tried to leave. I don't know if he went back into the Walmart. It's a little unclear. But long story short, it didn't last very long. 29-year-old, by the way. They bring him over to the car, the police car. They handcuff him. They're putting him away. They're going back in to get the other guy.
The other guy is still on loose.
And they're also EMS is being called, right, to tend to the guy that this one guy pushed down. They come back. The cop car's gone.
Oh, my God.
This dude stole $560 worth of sports cards, tried to get away with it, then stole the cop car. But wait.
Hold on. Back up.
Okay.
I need I need a 30. You said this gentleman, I assume, had been handcuffed. How is he driving the car?
He had found out a way. I don't know if he's double jointed. You know what I mean? Where he was able to get his handcuffs. They didn't specify how, but it does say he was able to get his handcuffs in the front of his body. Police observed Mr. Antonio Pickett somehow opening the partition sliding window, climbing through said window with his handcuffs now in front of his body, climbing to the driver's seat, and driving in the way in the patrol car. The affidavit states, according to WTVC, the local news station over there.
My dad said John Mayer should pick him up.
Now he's not going to be able to pick him up because this guy now, after originally just being stopped for petty theft, who knows? It could have been a fine. It could have been put the cards away, sir.
I don't know what Tennessee's legislation is like, but I can't imagine that's too much jail time.
But wait, there's more. He runs 3 red lights, smacks into a car.
Oh my God.
The car flips. The car flips. It lands upright, and the police track him down and arrest him. Ben, did you have the pictures over there? Here we go. This is him. That's Mr. Anthony Pickett, who now, instead of theft, there's the car. Now he faces, ready for this? Assault, reckless endangerment, theft of property, burglary of auto, resisting arrest or obstruction of legal process twice, evading arrest, disorderly contact, traffic control signal violation, improper passing, driving left of center line, failure to yield right of way, failure to render aid, leaving scene of accident with damage, duty upon striking fixtures on the highway, failure to report an accident, reckless driving, drivers to exercise due care. 18 charges from stealing $500 worth of sports cards.
The only thing I can imagine is he was able to get a couple packs out, got skunked, and just went totally black. Just went totally just literally forgot what was going on. Blacked out.
That's it. Mike's right. All for a card number to 999.
Now handcuff roll. Tops now.
Let's get it. Tops now. There's 10 of them, each with a piece of the handcuff, and then the one of one is the key to the handcuffs. Tops now.
Oh my goodness.
Was it Antonio Pickett or whatever? Yeah. Antonio Pickett. There you go. You know who's really the biggest winner of this? The second guy with him who didn't steal the cop car. Now all of a sudden they're probably like, all right, you're good.
Whatever.
Your buddy's doing it. I'm interested to see. Now I'm going to be monitoring the story to report back on what time this guy ends up doing now. Yeah. Which it probably would have been so minor.
Right.
But I saw this story, man, and I was like, first of all, this story would have been funny even if we weren't a sports card company. The fact that we are, I feel like I had to share this one today.
Yeah, that was... Yeah.
Valley, at least this Pickett has some fight in him.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Kenny catching absolute strays on a Monday morning.
Yeah. That's literally when I saw Pickett, I'm like, no way. Did Kenny Pickett finally snap? Dude. I looked it up, and I was like, wait a second. Who is this?
You've been waiting for this guy?
Yeah, he finally lost
it. Was first it was A.J. Brown. Now it's Kenny Pickett over there.
He finally lost
get it together. Yeah. Jeez, Pete's, man. So that's one of my favorite halftime stories I've had so far.
That's pretty damn good.
By the way, I know we haven't been together in a while. I did a recap. We went back to the monkey story. Dude, it was never resolved. Like they never found all the monkeys, and no one's talking about it. You know what I mean? Maybe this whole drone and United Healthcare thing was just distraction from the monkeys.
From the monkeys, that was the original.
They never found all the monkeys, man. I can't get over the freaking monkeys. But Mally says they're at my house. Would not be surprised. Would not be surprised. All right, guys, we got, 8.5 minutes to go on this holiday sorting all my piece cards. That's a good idea right there. We got to train. Shipping team, don't listen to this. Don't listen to this. We could train some monkeys, man. We could really save some money on the cost.
You're ridiculous.
All right, here we go. Ben, can we get a little music going? Can we get a little music going today? Oh man, I want to start getting some more segments in here. We're getting up earlier. It's a Monday morning. We got to get the people starting off right today.
Dude, I literally told you I felt great. I woke up at 5 this morning. Got the gym in this morning. Got the Starbucks. It was feeling good.
Oh, big con.
The Amazon. Yeah, you don't want to see. It's
We're gonna turn it on the muscle.
Yeah, it's officially gonna be unbelievable. Fanatics Fest is gonna show up, and I'm gonna be walking out of the WWE booth. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun.
All right. Here we go. New segment called Too Legit. Too legit to quit. I don't know if it's playing or not, but we're rolling with it, baby. Here we go. Let's go. Too legit to quit. I'm going to lay out a couple things I saw this weekend, that were the main sexy headlines that we've already been talking about. And I want to talk to Connie and say, please, feel free to weigh in, everyone. Is this too legit to quit? And Colin, I know you made me sign a paper that said, there will be no more Jets talk. There will be no more Jets talk. There will be no more Jets talk. But I got to ask, this Aaron Rodgers, this Davante Adams thing. Look, it's a little too late. But to me, I feel like they're trying out for their next team next year.
Yeah.
It's too legit to quit. The Aaron Rodgers, Davante Adams combo. Listen, hear me out here. This could benefit the New York Jets.
Oh, boy.
Is it too legit, or are you quitting on this Aaron Rodgers-Adams combo? Are they buying the Jets a trade package for next season? A Rodgers-Adams package deal? No. Sign up for the buddy cop?
No, because again, and I got to look more into this, what exactly the deal is. Davante Adams can walk, I think, at the end of this year regardless.
Okay.
And then Aaron Rodgers, I think they would just let him go wherever. Here's my deal, though. At this point, right, the offense, to me, wasn't the biggest issue for the Jets. It was their defense, their secondary was atrocious. If we're getting this level Aaron Rodgers, Davante Adams production, I might be backing on them coming back in another year. Yeah, I might be back. I might be back.
What about the tape from 2 freaking weeks ago?
No, burn the tape.
What about the tape from 2 weeks ago where you said, I did not watch this Jets game. You said, and I quote, they're not going to get me again.
No,
you said those exact words.
I'm back. I'm back. Let's run it back.
Oh, my God.
Now, the next year.
Oh, Conlon, this is not what I expected.
Heed my words, baby. The next year, that's the year. I've been saying it.
Oh, how can you not love sports? It's a disease. Mr. Wizard, look what you've done to him.
No,
I mean,
my
this
dad's
is
a Rams fan.
ridiculous.
It's not even him.
All right.
It's not
Okay,
even
you
him.
can't blame him.
Yeah, no, I can't even blame him.
That is crazy, but they are too legit.
Devontae Adams, 135 yards in the final 4 minutes of that football game. The most this century. The most since the new Manium. Right there, Josh.
Bring in the new Manium, baby.
Bring in the new Manium with more Devontae Adams. I will say this. This is going to be my issue with this. I do think the Jets, they have to make a decision this offseason, right, on Breece Hall, on Jermaine Johnson, on Garrett Wilson.
I forgot about Jermaine Johnson.
And Sauce Gardner. I do think if they bring back Devontae and Aaron Rodgers, I do think that ruffles Garrett Wilson's feathers a little bit. There was a oh yes.
And you're mad at AJ Brown. All these guys are divas.
Listen. Garrett Wilson's 10 times the quality of character, all right, than AJ Brown is.
Hey, if you take AJ Brown out for dinner, you will call him later.
Yeah.
In this house, AJ Brown is a saint. Watch it, Kyle.
Listen. So I do think Garrett Wilson has an issue with the love triangle that is between him, Rodgers, and Devontae, and I think he'll always play second fiddle to Devontae Adams if he's on that team. Oh, ZK, you watch your mouth, baby. I'll take you Dawn or Downy dish soap, whatever you want, ZK. No. I do think that it ultimately affects how Garrett Wilson reacts to a potential long-term extension in New York. I do think he's the first Jet that you get one out of those core four kind of guys.
Yeah, I would agree.
Sauce Gardner, like I said.
I think you got to give him. I think you got to give him another chance.
Sauce?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he will, but he'll be exercised the 5th-year deal.
Okay.
They will not give him a
They won't bring up
contract.
the Brinks truck for that guy. I hear you. All right,
Okay.
Colin, that is not what I expected, and quite frankly, it fired me up, baby. They are too legit to quit.
Yeah.
He's back on the Jets.
I'm back.
Oh boy. What the heck is Mally saying?
I don't know.
Oh God, I'm nervous, Mally. Nonetheless, next, too legit to quit. The Steelers. Are we quitting?
God.
Oh God. Can you give us a no? All right. No Cliff Notes version. All right, whatever.
No.
Steelers. Are we gonna quit on the Steelers after one game?
No.
Or do you think they're too legit still?
No, I still think again they played a very good football team. Again, that was a classic Eagles December victory in the Link. Again, that place had to be rowdy yesterday. I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
No, I don't think the Steelers have a chance. I don't think I will take a tiny step back on what I said a couple weeks ago when I said that they were kind of the dark horse for me in the AFC. I think now with the Bills taking the next leap forward has kind of dwindled, I think, the Steelers' opportunity to me. I still think them and the Ravens, you can even throw the Texans in there, all kind of in the same boat.
Let me rephrase. Do you think the Steelers are the best team in their division then? After watching this game? Because for me, Connie, I came out of this week and I said, nah, I think the Ravens are the best team in that division. And I'm not like totally quitting, but the way you started your answer answers the question to me. If you're saying, oh, well, they played a good team, I thought the Steelers were supposed to be a good team.
Yeah, all right. So
Sure.
Next.
I gotcha. Look, I'm not totally quitting, but, those of you who had your Steelers Super Bowl tickets that you were like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that anymore. I don't know about all that.
That's fair.
All right, Connie. Now, you kind of jumped the gun. You one-upped me today on the whole Josh Allen over Patrick Mahomes thing.
Oh, yeah.
But there's a guy and there's a team we specifically have not been talking a ton about. The Green Bay Packers.
J-Lo, baby.
And I was kind of doing in my head like a fluid power rankings, not a next 10 years. We're playing a Monday Night Football game, and I can pick any quarterback. Obviously, I'm picking Josh Allen, number one.
Okay.
Jordan Love. Is he the number 2 quarterback in the NFL right now?
Ooh.
Because I'm saying it. I'm saying Jordan Love is as legit as it gets. Guy is the number 2 quarterback in the NFL.
No.
He's healthy. He's not turning the ball over. And I think the Packers are what we should be sprinkling a little allowance money on for a Super Bowl future right now.
Oh, okay. You got a lot of your spirito with that.
But Jordan Love, it's because of Jordan Love, man. I am all in on Jordan Love.
Jordan Love is not the second best quarterback in the NFL. There's
There's no chance.
There's no chance.
Who is?
I would, again, there's a couple guys that you can throw in there. I would take Hurts in a one-on-one with Jordan Love.
No, right now I would take Jordan Love over Jalen Hurts.
That's why we both got microphones there, Josh. I think Jared Goff can debate that a little bit. There's Yeah. Listen, I just don't, like, again, I think Jordan Love's good. I need more of Jordan Love. I need more consistency from Jordan Love. Give me another.
We're seeing it now. 4 games, no interceptions, I want to say. If Love and Hurts switch teams, who's the better of the two? That's Mally. Think about that. GK, I like Jalen Hurts. Imagine Jordan Love on the Eagles throwing to A.J. Brown.
He's a different player, though. He's a different player. The Eagles, I don't think the Eagles operate nearly as efficiently if Jordan Love's quarterback.
What? Really?
Dude, because again, it takes away from what the Eagles. You're the problem now. Now I've deduced it. I've come up with it. I'm the problem.
I'm the problem.
I've got
me.
my Sherlock.
Hang on, man. 10 seconds on the giveaway as well, baby. You can put Cooper Rush on the Eagles and he'd be all right. That's my point, CK. You're proving my point, though. You know what I mean? Let's go, baby. Who's taking out a holiday mega? Starting the Monday off right. Come on. Oh, here we go. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Here we go. It's gonna go ship. Mally! No! Bingo! Let's go, baby!
Oh
Mally!
my goodness!
Wow! How about that?
No
Happy
chance.
Monday.
No chance.
There we go, Mally.
Oh,
congratulations to you. Shipping that thing sealed. You can open it. I don't know if you got kids.
You're gonna sell it back to us.
You dirty dog, you.
Oh my goodness.
All right, GK, you're right. You can't use the Eagles as an example. I hear what you're saying, absolutely. I hope we get one of those boxes with 43 Nolan Arenados. This Bobby Wood antler here is really spot paid for.
So here's the deal. So Jalen Hurts, I think, is the perfect quarterback for what the Eagles do right now. So I'll even give you a different one. Jordan Love, if you put Jared Goff on the Packers,
yeah,
he's just as successful as Jordan Love.
I don't think Jared. I think Jared Goff is fine. He's fine. I'm not gonna cry.
Dude, the Packers are loaded talent-wise.
Not with wide receivers.
Jaden Reed is a phenomenal wide receiver.
These guys are fine. These guys are like, you know what they remind me of? You know
Josh Jacobs might be the top 2 or 3 running back in the NFL.
Josh Jacobs is a stud. You know what these guys remind me of on the Packers? Remember Jordan Matthews?
No, come on.
These guys are a bunch of Jordan Matthews out here, man.
You're watching
special.
a different football game then. That's crazy.
Stop it. I think they're fine. I think Jordan Love is the straw that stirs the drink over there, man. And now, thanks, guys. Now I can go to work and neglect my duties happily all day. That's what
we're doing it for, Mally.
I was about to say, that's literally all I want to hear, man.
That's all we do. That's why we turn the microphones on every day.
I love that, man. Have a good one, Mally. All right, Connie boy.
No chance. So I
You're
like
saying
Jordan.
You're quitting. I'm saying too legit, baby.
I'm not quitting on Jordan Love. I'm just not.
No, you're quitting on my take.
I'm quitting on my take. Quitting on the take. Absolutely.
I hear you. I'm gonna stick by it, and we're gonna be playing the Love Train. You know, that'll be the next song we play on this show, baby. The Love Train, the OJs. All right, Connie, you tell me where we want to go.
Shack by the B-52s.
That's
a good one too.
We got another one. Come on, he's marketable. How can he not? He's handsome too. Anyway, how come these guys have it all? All right. We got a lot of different avenues we can go, and I want you to run the read option with me here.
Should we answer Mally's question?
What's Mally's saying?
Who wins the NFC West?
Who wins the NFC West? How about who cares? Because that's how I feel about the NFC West, honestly.
Take your giveaway, shove it, Mally.
No, seriously, man. I thought about doing this. Maybe we can talk NFC West tomorrow. I just after the Bills put up 48, after Jordan Love made a statement, it was just like, who cares?
Yeah.
My takeaway was that the NFC West stinks.
Yeah,
it's going to be a first round knockout for any of those teams. We can talk more about the NFC West potentially tomorrow, but I guess the Rams. I guess. Anyways, do we want to go weird hot stove time? Because there's been a lot of news that have broken in the MLB since we've been on this show.
I think we got to talk a little MLB.
All right. We will bounce back to football in a moment. But let's get some hot stove. Got it around the campfire. Let's get some hot stove, ladies and gentlemen.
Bob Costas on the phone. You think he's up yet?
Bob Costas? Dude, Bob Costas definitely wakes up at 4. He wakes up at 4:30 a.m. And has one tea before a black coffee and thinks and reflects on what could have been.
And the water was lukewarm, and he could only be praying to some god for that atrocious performance.
He wakes up and hopes his wife made him some good porridge. This is Bob Costas.
Some good porridge.
But all right, hot stove, baby. Kyle freaking Tucker got traded.
Yeah.
Got traded to the Chicago Cubs for Cam Smith. Cubs are alive, baby. Come on, hop on in, baby.
Hop on in, baby. We got Bowman draft all day today, yeah.
Cam Smith, Isaac Paredes, local boy, go Rays.
Yeah.
And Hayden Medzrowski or one of these middling.
Wisniewski.
Yeah, one of these middling like pitching prospects
Correct.
who I don't believe in.
No.
But so much to say. One, grade the trade for both sides. How'd you grade it for the Astros? How you grade it for the Cubs?
Oh, I mean, here's what the thing is. It depends on who Cam Smith is. I'm out on Hayden Wisniewski.
Me too.
I thought the deal when they brought Paredes for Christopher Morel, I wouldn't have done that trade for Chicago. It depends on what Cam Smith becomes into. Cam Smith becomes into a perennial all-star, it's a win for both sides.
Sure.
Right now, if you're the Chicago Cubs, you won that deal.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Kyle Tucker is a hell of a ball player. We talked about Taft, brought this up the other night. He's an Arizona Diamondbacks guy. He brought up as Ketel Marte is the most underrated player in the MLB. Kyle Tucker's in that conversation as well.
Tucker. Yep, absolutely. I think the thing is, Kyle Tucker is like.
They hung up the phone, ZK.
What?
on when the Phillies said they were trying to give him Alec Bohm.
So, all right, that's where I want to go. ZK, and I know you can relate to this. As a Phillies fan, I am pissed. I am royally pissed that this is all it took to get Kyle Tucker. After it felt like the Red Sox mortgaged their future to get Garrett Crochet. Garrett Crochet's a heck of a pitcher. He doesn't play every day.
No.
Kyle Tucker's comparable to Juan Soto. He's not as good as Juan Soto, but comparable, I think, to Juan Soto when you look just at numbers.
I don't know. You could say comparable.
Dude, Kyle Tucker's a stud.
Yeah, he's a great player. Again, if you're talking about like who got a better deal, the Chicago Cubs fleeced. If you're looking at just Cubs Red Sox, who got better in return?
Yes,
100%.
White Sox, I think, fleeced the Red Sox.
Yes, the White Sox did.
Not
Dude,
a terrible
Kyle
deal.
Teal is an unbelievable
Braden
talent.
Montgomery.
Yeah.
And then problem is everyone knows Bohm is a head case. I think Bohm is just a heck of a ball player, honestly. What do you think Tom Solano's trending over for Bowman baseball mystery redemption name? Texas is they've been full of surprises, honestly.
Dude, it's been wacky wild stuff.
But going back to this trade, so the Phillies, they offered Alec Bohm and Nick Castellanos, and the Astros hung up the phone. What are we doing?
The A's hung up the phone.
But no, man.
And
the Astros, this happened as well. No, it was reported confirmed deal. They offered Bohm and Castellanos.
I get it because Castellanos doesn't do anything for me. I kind of like Alec Bohm. I don't know.
No, me too. I like Alec Bohm too. Yeah. He was a diva. Specific game. They're playing the Royals, right? They're during a losing streak. Phillies win the game 10-1. The score is 10-1. Bohm grounds out, slams his helmet down. After that moment, Philly fans have turned on Bohm. He got benched in the playoffs. Pouted in the playoffs. So yeah, but I don't think he's that bad. But I do think if you're the Phillies, right, you're seeing what the Mets are doing with Soto. You're telling me adding Justin Crawford, who, by the way, I think is a very good prospect, wouldn't be worth Kyle Tucker? It just blows my mind. How about you as a Yankees fan? Did you see that deal and kind of scratch your head and say, why weren't we going after this?
Yeah. I think, again, that I think the Yankees dealing with the Astros, I don't know what the level of inside the organization is, the feeling of the whole cheating scandal, I think still significantly bothers the Yankees. Kyle Tucker was on those teams. He was very young, but he was part of those teams. I don't know if that's the reason they can't get past and maybe not deal with the Astros. And you're very late on Kyle Tucker, the Cubs.
Yeah, this was Friday.
Thursday or Friday. Yeah.
But,
I will say, though, in the Bronx, Devin Williams.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was a great trade.
Huge trade for the Yankees. I talked to Drew Mielis, who was the catcher for the Rochester Red Wings early in the season. Got called up for the Nationals. I asked him. I said, "Who's the best stuff you've ever caught?" He said Devin Williams.
Really?
He said Devin Williams is the best stuff he's ever caught.
People say his changeup is like the best pitch in baseball.
Yes, he said that he is unbelievable. How talented he is, and when he's on, he's that good. To tell me Nestor Cortez, who wouldn't have been on this roster anyway, and Durbin, who again, now I want to say this, preface this: the Yankees have moved some pieces now. And to me, it means that Oswald Peraza more than likely will be on the opening day roster. Okay. Because I think Durbin was the other chance to play the middle infield. Yeah. So, again, I still think the Yankees need to add a piece for the lineup. But, again, I really did love the Devin Williams trade.
By the way, Texas, I see you in the comments. Let me do some digging today. Let me do some digging on that today, Texas. You caught me off guard there with the Bowman mystery question. I can do some digging. Maybe we can get an answer for you or at least have some theories on that. It's a good question. All right, but I thought the Yankees made a good deal. And, of course, there was the biggest move for the Mets over this offseason. Benjamin, you got the old clip there from the old Winter League. It's Dominican ball.
Yeah.
And the Mets, they made a huge acquisition this offseason that set the baseball world on fire. Jose Siri.
Yes.
Yeah, the big acquisition for the Mets this offseason. Jose Siri. I went down an absolute rabbit hole of looking at some of these guys in the Dominican baseball. My phone did go off, by the way, with the Jose Siri. Mike says, screw that guy. I don't want to. It was Jose Siri. Oh, boy. Check this out. This was a hilarious play over the weekend in a good old Dominican ball. Jose Siri. These guys are never not working. Baseball doesn't stop for some of these guys. Check out what happened over this weekend in the Dominican League. Oh, here's Jose Siri. Just stealing third. No big deal. Huh? Nope. Where's the base paths?
He was not called out immediately? No way.
Safe.
No way.
Safe. They got some dinero on that game, baby. Hey-ho. What a play. How can you not
look at where Ben just paused that video. Look how far, all right, so I got to ask my dad. If my dad's in the chat, my dad is a high school umpire, has done a lot of college games and stuff like that.
That's out of the baseball.
I mean, again, right? I've done baseball and stuff like that. I don't know if that isn't immediately out of the base path right there. I don't know what is. That's crazy.
It's ridiculous, man.
Savannah Bananas Alley. Yeah, that's what it looked like. Honestly, that was crazy.
By the way, I saw a kid. I can't remember where it was. Maybe it was like in Clearwater, or whatever. There was a kid wearing a Savannah Bananas signed jersey.
Are you? What is your take on it?
It made me so angry. It made me so angry.
Yeah, to me,
I'm like, that's bad parenting right there. It's like, oh, son, you know how this is fun? Imagine if they actually played a real game. Like, why don't you watch that, kid? Stop playing Fortnite and watch Savannah Bananas.
Yeah.
Baseball's a beautiful sport. Like, what is this?
Imagine hating on these. I'm out on the Savannah Bananas.
I hate on the Savannah Bananas, Sean.
I am out on the Savannah Bananas. I think, again, great, good for them. What they've made their product in. Yeah, that's all right. Say okay, Boomer. Listen, again, it's just not baseball. Like I tell you, I'd rather go to the park. You know what I mean? Let me catch batting practice.
Right.
Let me have the old Great American Day.
It belittles to me, and maybe it's because baseball fans are so defensive because everyone's like, oh, it's boring. It's like, it's not. It's
you don't know
awesome.
what you're watching.
You don't know what you're watching. Like, go ahead, watch these Savannah Bananas, go watch Family Guy funny moments on TikTok, get your instant gratification. But back in my day, we bunted runners over and the pitcher hit.
Yeah,
and that's true baseball, baby.
We'll play straight 9.
God, all right, I didn't expect to get on that rant today. I gotta calm down. Whew.
Reds Pirates mid-August.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby.
105 first
Show
pitch.
me a Spencer Steer sack fly.
Yeah,
that's baseball. You can take your Savannah Bananas and you're like, little Corvette, little Savannah Banana nonsense. If you want that, go to TikTok, all right?
There you go, Johnny.
Oh, my God.
Crack an egg and beat it.
All right. We got Monday Night Football tonight. What the hell? Roger. What is this? You had 5 great games on at 425. I could watch the Eagles game. I literally still don't even know what happened exactly in the Lions game.
Dude,
how that game ended 48-42.
Literally the exact opposite. I'm glad we didn't even talk about doing that, but thank God you watched that one and I watched the Bills game.
Dude, the Buccaneers scored 40 points. I don't know how. I checked my sportsbook account. I wasn't checking yesterday. Dude, I had a great day. I didn't even realize that because I was locked into the Eagles. You know what I mean? It's just, oh my goodness. Why? All right, why couldn't these games be on Sunday at 1, Sunday at 4, Thursday freaking night for all I care? I don't know. I would have rather watched any 2 games. We got Bears-Vikings tonight. We got Falcons-Raiders tonight. Which one interests you more?
Bears-Vikings.
You can say neither.
No, I'll take the NFC North. I'll take Bears-Vikings.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I think that's the right answer.
Like I said, again, I haven't watched a ton of Caleb Williams this year. I was not overly in on Caleb Williams.
Matt Lee said whichever ends first.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So again, because I think with the Lions losing, there's more of a storyline.
That's actually a really good point.
With the Bears-Viking games.
Vikings can control their own destiny with a win, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe that's correct as well.
Which is nuts.
Real quick, what are those times similar?
It's 8 and 8:30.
All right, so
8 and 8:30. Bears-Vikings, I believe, is the first one at 8. Falcons-Raiders is at 8:30.
Okay,
yes.
So I'll be on stream tonight. I'm sure we'll have that on somehow.
So the line is Vikings minus 6.5. Over/under is 44.
Yeah, neither of those games are getting any dollar from me.
Yeah. So here's my thing. Real quick, I would ask you this: is there a path for a Bears victory tonight potentially?
I haven't watched enough. I honestly, I don't think so.
All right, Justin Jefferson. Pick a number.
J.K. Hold on. Justin Jefferson, what, over under 89.5?
Not even looking at an over under. Let's pick a number.
I'll take him over 100 receiving yards.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm feeling the Justin Jefferson game tonight. He says, and then they schedule the NFL this coming Saturday.
That drove me insane.
Yep. I saw that commercial yesterday because I had no idea.
That drove me nuts.
And I was like, it's a good game too, right?
It's the Chiefs and somebody else. The Chiefs are playing somebody because the Chiefs are also playing The Chiefs have 3 games in 11 days. The Chiefs play Saturday.
What are they doing,
I think it's because I think they played Chiefs Steelers Christmas Day. Which again, this has gotten the problem in the NFL to me. It's
too
gotten
much.
So overproduced.
Too much, man.
It's too much.
And you get games like
the game of
Thursday night.
The quality of the game is stinks.
12-6.
John Gruden talked about that the other day. It's terrible.
You didn't go to his tryouts in Tampa to be a Gruden
Dude, all
grinder?
my boys were like, "Why didn't you do that?" I'm like, "Because I'm working 90 hours a week here."
And I kind of have a pretty good gig.
Yeah, I was like, yes, I don't need to get work anywhere else.
Let me double check here.
I have literally not enough time.
Dude, you're right. Oh my God, we got 2 games on.
Yes.
2 wars.
Yeah.
We got Texans Chiefs Saturday at 1.
Yeah.
We got Steelers Ravens. We have 2 good games.
Yeah.
How am I gonna explain this to my wife? What am I gonna do, man? What am I gonna say?
Saturday should be the day.
You want to do anything this weekend? No, honey, we can't. I'm sorry.
And Friday night, mind you, to me is the best game of the college football playoff weekend.
Is that Indiana Notre Dame?
That's the battle of the great state of Indiana.
I love football so much. Quite frankly, it's the only thing I look forward to. I'm a very sad man. Nothing makes me happy other than watching sports. How do I explain this
very sad
to the
man.
missus? I want to do things for her. It's her birthday this weekend. Oh
my goodness! Oh boy!
Oh my God!
And look at that. Your week is ruined at 8:30 a.m. on Monday.
Pray for me.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah.
This is tough, dude. All right.
So me and Matty Ice went over this. I don't know if this is on the docket or not, but I'm just gonna quick pitch it to you because I don't know if I see you again until Friday. Maybe we can talk about it then. But what's your favorite game? Just brief. We don't have to get into lines or anything. Is it
college
Notre Dame?
football playoff?
Yes.
Dude, hell yeah. My sister goes to Indiana also.
Does she? Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of think Indiana wins that game.
I have Indiana big time there.
Yeah, all right. We'll talk about that game more as this week goes on. Real quick, Falcons, Raiders tonight. No real, we don't need to talk about it. But we don't know who's playing quarterback, I'm pretty sure, in this game.
I think it's Aiden O'Connell.
I'm going to take the Raiders if it is Aiden O'Connell.
Okay.
If it's Desmond Ridder, I'm slamming the Falcons. The line is 5.5. I don't think I'm going to put my money. I might take Justin Jefferson. Who had that Jefferson line? Malley. I kind of like that line. I think it's a Justin Jefferson nuclear game tonight.
Oh, yeah?
Sorry, babe, can't go anywhere. I got to watch my Steelers get a pick 6 and kick 2 field goals. No, Malley, it's not the Steelers. It's the college football playoff. But
that's right.
I hear you. Do or die game for the Falcons. So, I guess that's kind of interesting. If you're like me, as I just said, if you're a sad person like me who only joy in life is watching other men play sports,
right?
Then this could be you can spin these games, right? If you want to spin these games for me, Vikings. Oh man, they can control their own destiny. Bears, what has Caleb Williams got? I love Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Falcons, Raiders. Do or die game for the Falcons. I hate the Falcons, man. I
hate the Falcons too. Again, the Falcons.
I need a Michael Penix appearance.
There's nobody that's wasted more talent on the offensive side of the ball than the Falcons.
I guess that's true, Malley.
It's disgusting.
All right, Connie. What do you say? Do you want to do a little top 5 or do you want to send it over to the break?
You only do top 5.
All right. We have no timing, by the way. It's supposed to be the top 5.
Go and tell the car needs some more gas.
It's been the top 5 at 8:45, then 55, and now I don't know what the hell is going on here. But over this past weekend, I went to see Interstellar in IMAX. You a fan of Interstellar? You ever seen it?
No, but I also have one more thing I want to bring up before we get into top 5.
Okay, yeah. What do we got?
Last thing, because again, we were talking about things over the weekend, and this just got passed over. How about the Garden State Classic? How about Dylan Harper, the best guard in America, right there? I will just say that I had to get that pop. A buzzer beater against Seton Hall. Dude, absolutely tremendous.
Dude, here's the thing about that. I was watching that whole game. That was the most subdued, I feel like, celebration from a crowd to an awesome buzzer beater.
Yeah.
They were like, yay! But for those who didn't watch, Rutgers was up 6 points?
Yeah.
With 40 seconds left?
Yeah.
Missed 6 straight free throws, at least 4 straight free throws. Should not have come down to that buzzer beater, to be honest with you. But yeah, no, Dylan Harper, that was awesome, man.
Dude,
Dylan Harper, he made it look so easy.
Yeah.
I wish, Malley. That actually sounds very fun, but no. But nevertheless, dude, I saw Interstellar over this weekend in IMAX. First of all, $22 to see a movie in IMAX. That's a crime. See, I have no problem. I shell out the dough for movies. That's one of the few things I will spend.
Oh, dude, yeah, I was gonna say.
But it's $16. You know what I mean? That's a lot. IMAX is a scam, man. There is nothing different about IMAX. It's just slightly bigger.
Yeah.
Right? $22 for just a slightly bigger screen.
You got hosed.
I got hosed, but I didn't even care because it's the best movie, man.
Oh, okay.
Interstellar is so good, dude. I love Interstellar. But I realized something. Matt Damon plays the exact same character in 2 movies. In The Martian and in Interstellar. He literally plays the same character in those 2 movies.
Yeah.
So I started thinking, there are so many actors who always play the same role in every movie. A non-sports top 5 of the day. We're going to start at number 5 with The Rock. The Rock is always The Rock. He's just The Rock in every single movie.
Yeah.
Dude, come on. You don't like...
Somebody said that to me the other day, like, how would you react? Would you rather meet Aaron Rodgers or The Rock? I'm like, I don't even like Aaron Rodgers right now. I don't think The Rock would do anything for me. Like, meeting The Rock wouldn't be the coolest part of my day. Like I honestly, I have a better relationship with the guy at Circle K that I get zins off every day. Like that guy is more higher on my like, wow, I can't wait to see that than if I were going to meet The Rock on the same day.
I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not Mr. TMZ, I'm not Mr. Celebrity, but The Rock's like he's pretty cool, man. He's larger than life, but like he's not a great actor, you know. He's just like. But by the way, JK, what was the spoiler alert? What did I say? I don't think I said anything. I think I said Matt Damon plays the same one. Matt Damon is number 4, by the way.
He does smell like spam. The guy at Circle K, Mally. So yes, he does.
Can confirm.
He smells like meat. He does, I'm not even kidding. He does. He's huge and he smells like meat.
He's awesome, man.
Yeah, he is awesome.
Shout out Circle K, a friend of the show.
Yes.
Number 4 is Matt Damon. He's either the wise guy from Boston or he's a freaking astronaut. There's no in between. It's like it's ridiculous. I do like Matt Damon though. Number 3, Vince Vaughn, baby. Vince Vaughn he plays Vince Vaughn in every movie.
Yeah,
he's the funny. He's the lovable. Like quick with a joke. I don't know about him. He's dating my daughter.
Dude, Vince Vaughn in Wedding Crashers is one of my favorite movies of all time. That I'll give you. I don't know. Again,
he smells like America. I like that.
See, the problem is I'm not a big enough movie guy to like compare like as many films as Vince Vaughn's been in. So I'll let you keep going.
Dude, Vince Vaughn he's awesome, but he always whatever his role is in Wedding Crashers, multiply it by 20. That's Vince Vaughn's career, man, and it's awesome. I'm here for it. Number 2, it's Ed Helms. He's always playing Andy Bernard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, no matter what movie it is, it's like, kind of like this different variation of Andy Bernard where he's just this guy who's like, you know what I mean? That's every single Ed Helms role. I once again, love Ed Helms.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? The range there, non-existent.
Lacking,
right? And number 1, it's classic. It's Jason Bateman.
No, so okay, you added this list then, because you didn't say Ken Jeong.
Oh, no, I took Ken Jeong out, man.
Ken Jeong, to me, was your best one.
Really?
I was 100% in on that.
See, Ken Jeong, though, like, I feel like it's, like, too known about Ken Jeong. Like, he always has the tiny role, and he's Ken Jeong.
That's exactly it, so that would fit this perfectly.
Anything I'm about to say, I feel like is going to be racist, so I'm going to just put that name, I'm just going to put a pin in it there. Like, I can't do anything about Ken Jeong without doing an imitation, you know what I mean? And if I do an imitation, then I'm a racist, you know what I mean?
Right. Well,
so I can't do a Ken Jeong,
all right, reel it in then, I guess.
Jason Bateman's the number 1 without a doubt, man. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, this guy is, Mally says he can do it. Okay, Mally, well, you do it on my behalf then. But it's absolutely Jason Bateman. He's always like, oh, I guess it's bad that they just killed those guys there. You know what I mean? Like, in every single show, him playing in Ozark is such a good ride. Have you ever seen the movie Game Night?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
He had this new movie. It was like an office Christmas party.
What's the one? Horrible Bosses?
Horrible Bosses. Yeah, dude. And, like, he's so good.
Yeah.
But he always plays the same role.
Yeah, none of those guys to me are, like, Screen Actors Guild Award winners.
Well, I love all of them. Yeah, except The Rock. Yeah, I do love all of them. There you go. There's my fun little top 5 right there. Yeah, Big Dog saying it. Even Ozark, he's so chill. He's like, I guess we're gonna have to, kill the drug dealers.
Yeah,
like that's Jason Bateman in every single movie and TV show.
Yeah.
All right, that's gonna do it for us. Johnny said, what happened to Big Dog? Talking to Big Dog all day. Who's on today? We got Big Dog and
Matty Ice.
Big Dog and Matty Ice. Let's go, baby. Guys, we got Bowman Draft full case. There's Big Dog wearing it on the chin. Guys, thank you for joining us today. Very fun Monday show, guys.
Yeah, it was a great
Set the
show.
alarm, 7:15 a.m.
Yeah, gotta get here bright and early. I was the first one in the studio today. I was ready to rock and roll. I was like 6:45.
There you go.
I gotta get back,
man, woke
baby.
up feeling dangerous.
Yeah, I did.
Electric stuff today.
That was a
Tomorrow,
good show.
I haven't seen who I'm going to be with tomorrow. We're going to do some winners and losers, breaking down. We can actually get into questions like who will win the NFC West, and stuff like that. But yeah, hopefully we'll see some more news in the MLB circuit as well. When does Valor get started again? When he's allowed back on the app, Johnny.
Yeah.
Hey-o. All right, guys. Have a great
Do you
one.
have the Bowman track paper? Oh, Mally, I was ready. I was rearing ready to go today, man.
Guys, have a fantastic Monday. Appreciate you starting out our week. Congrats to Mally on the free holiday mega box. Thank you guys for joining us right here. Talkin Slab at Suncoast Sports. Take it away, big dog.
Later.